As a returned Peace Corps volunteer who experienced evacuation firsthand, I know exactly what it is like to put your life on hold while you wait to join the Peace Corps. My name is Andrea Renee, and I'm a returned Peace Corps volunteer who served in Nicaragua from August of 2016 to April of 2018. And I've been advising prospective Peace Corps volunteers right here on YouTube for the past 2 years. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things with you that you can do while you wait for your Peace Corps dream to come true. My next video will be directed specifically at evacuated Peace Corps volunteers, but in today's video, I want to focus on those of you who are waiting to start your very first Peace Corps journey. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you need to do if you have already been accepted to serve in a specific Peace Corps country or you were already interviewed is you need to respond to that email that was sent out to all Peace Corps applicants and prospective volunteers about your decision to continue with the Peace Corps. You were sent an email where you were supposed to decide one of 3 options. The first option was to continue like normal on your current Peace Corps track. So let's say that you had applied to serve in Peace Corps Ukraine, then you said, yes, I would like to continue and serve in Ukraine. That would be one of the options. The second option was to transfer your application to another country. This would be a conversation that would probably have to go into more detail. Perhaps Peace Corps would ask you which country you would like to serve in instead of your original application, or they would say, are you okay with us sending you anywhere in the world? And then that would just be a conversation that you would have to have with them. The third option would be to rescind your application from the Peace Corps altogether. So that's the first thing. Please make sure that you have actually responded to that email and indicated to Peace Corps what course of action you want to take. The second thing that you can do while you wait for your Peace Corps dream is read up more on the country where you would like to serve or have already been accepted to serve in. This is the perfect opportunity. I remember when I first applied to the Peace Corps and got accepted to Nicaragua, I honestly knew nothing about Nicaragua. Yes, my mom is also from Central America, from Guatemala, but it's a totally different country. I knew nothing, but I also felt really overwhelmed to try and digest and understand a brand new country. While I was trying to pack, I just felt like I didn't have enough time to prepare my life for 27 months abroad and read up on Nicaragua at the same time. But you've been granted and blessed with all this time to do more research on your country of service. So depending on whether it is a specific region that you've indicated interest in or you've already narrowed in on one country, go ahead and see what kind of books are available on that specific country. You might be able to find books that were written by former returned Peace Corps volunteers. You might be able to find translated books if you don't speak the language that is spoken in that country by authors from that country. There are many different books that you can read on your country of service or your region of service while you are waiting. The third thing that I highly recommend is that you follow the news in either the region or country of service that you would like to serve in. Now, this will give you a really good idea of how soon your country will be reopening following the COVID pandemic. So obviously, some of the evacuated Peace Corps community has pointed out the fact that, hey, the transmission of COVID has been rampant in the United States, and they actually would have been safer had they just stayed in their host country. This is absolutely true. So be sure you are keeping track of how your country of service to be is doing during the pandemic, because that will give you a really good idea of whether or not you will actually be able to serve in that country. The fourth thing that I recommend that you do is after you, of course, respond to that survey indicating which of the 3 options you're interested in doing, is I would go ahead and send a personalized email to the person who interviewed you for the Peace Corps. And this doesn't need to be something that, you bombard their email every single week, but if you just send them one email, maybe you haven't emailed them at all since they interviewed you, just go ahead and send them an email. Say, hey, I really appreciate appreciated you taking the time to interview me a few months ago. I've really been thinking about the interview, and I just want to indicate to you that I'm still interested in serving in this country. And that will look really good on your part because Peace Corps applications are still open. You do have other potential competition coming in as more people submit their applications. But if you reach out to your recruiter and indicate, especially if you haven't actually been accepted for a position, you only interviewed, that will look really good. It will look like you're really invested in the Peace Corps and you are ready to commit to preparing for 27 months abroad. The final thing that I recommend is to work on your packing list. Now, I actually have made a few videos about the packing list for Peace Corps. One, I have analyzed my entire packing list that was given to me when I went to Peace Corps Nicaragua. And in another video, I talk about 5 things that you should absolutely include on your packing list when you leave for the Peace Corps if you're serving in a hot climate. If you haven't already done so, especially if you were accepted to a specific country, go ahead and pull out that packing list and do some research online about Peace Corps packing lists in general and see if you can get that packing list a little bit more compartmentalized, being aware of the fact that you can only have 2 pieces of luggage plus a carry-on, and those pieces of luggage can only be 50 pounds each. See if you can be a little bit more methodical about what you are going to actually pack. I know when I was a volunteer, there were definitely things that I brought to Peace Corps, even though I did my research, that I actually never ended up using. So you, again, seeing the silver lining in all of this, you've been granted more time to pack for Peace Corps, and you should see that as a blessing. All right, prospective Peace Corps volunteers, I hope that this video helped you feel a little bit better about continuing your dream to serve in the Peace Corps. Don't lose hope. We will eventually be able to open up as a country and as a world and continue the incredible work that we have already started abroad. Hang in there, and I'll see you in the next video.